There's a law in the universe called entropy. Anything without structure decays. Your body without discipline decays. Your credit without management decays. Your truck without system decays. And your trucking business without structure will ultimately collapse. Most owner operators don't fail because of the freight rates, they fail because they are operating without a system. And entropy always wins against chaos. If you don't control your operations will definitely control you. And eventually, it will consume you. Today, I'm going to show you why most owner operators fail and how to make sure you're not one of them. By the end of this video, you're going to understand the real reason most owner operators never scale, while reactive dispatch destroys profits, why tracking why tracking loads only is a silent killer, and why not knowing the real numbers generates failures, and how systems create survival. This is not going to be motivation, y'all. This is mechanics. Because trucking is not emotional, it is mathematical. The enemy is not low rates. The enemy is not understanding exactly the systems that you need to have in place. Let me explain something most people don't want to hear. You can survive average rates with strong systems. You cannot survive strong systems, or strong rates rather, with a weak system. Why? Why doesn't this work? Because income does not create stability, structure does. Most owner operators wake up the same day looking for loads. Most owner operators book whatever pays the most that moment. They run random lanes, they track only loaded miles, they guess at profit, and pray fuel doesn't spike. That's not business. That's survival mode. And survival mode never scales. Let me break down the four system failures that cause collapse and force most operators out of business. Failure number one: no freight system, reactive dispatch. Most owner operators run reactive dispatch. They wake up and ask, what's available today? That's backwards. Stop asking what's available today. Start asking, what can I book? What's out there? Strong operators ask, what should I already have booked? Reactive dispatch creates deadhead chaos, poor lane consistency, emotional decision making, and broker dependency. Proactive dispatch means you are already booked 2 to 3 days in advance. You are operating in repeat lanes. You are building strong broker relationships. This is the momentum principle. Motion creates motion. When you stay in tight lanes, brokers begin calling you. You stop chasing freight. And the freight, well, it starts chasing you. That is control. Freedom is control. Failure number two: not knowing how to keep the truck loaded. This is a big one. Your truck is an asset. Assets must be producing. An unloaded truck is entropy in motion. Most operators don't calculate. They don't calculate average days loaded per week, gap days between loads, lane consistency percentages. If your truck runs 4 days instead of 5, you don't lose one day. You lost 20% of your weekly revenue. And most, they don't even realize it. Failure number three: tracking only loaded miles. This one destroys businesses quietly. Most operators track loaded miles only. They brag about, I ran 2,500 miles this week. But what were the total miles? What were the total miles on your odometer when you started on Monday and ended on Sunday? if you ran 2,500 loaded miles and 800 deadhead miles, you didn't run 2,500 miles. You ran 3,300 miles. Fuel doesn't care if it's loaded or empty. Maintenance doesn't care. Your tires, they don't care. Your cost per mile must be based on total miles, not just revenue miles. This is one mistake alone that wipes out margins. Failure number 4, not knowing real numbers. This is the killer. Most operators know gross revenue, fuel costs, and that's it. But do you know gross costs per total mile, weekly fixed costs, maintenance reserve per mile, true break-even RPM, revenue per day calendar, revenue per truck week? If I ask most operators, what is your true profit per week after reserves? They would just be guessing. And business owners who guess, eventually, they go broke. Because business is not based on hope, it's based on math. According to the ATRI Research and Industrial Studies, a large percentage of owner-operators exit within the first 2 to 3 years, not because of driving skills, not because of lack, not because of hustle, but because of financial mismanagement and operational inefficiency. Banks don't lend based on hustle. They lend based on structure. Insurance doesn't drop because you're motivated. It drops because you reduce risk. The operators who survive recessions are not the fastest drivers. They are the most disciplined with systems. Discipline beats desire every single time. Here's the truth most won't tell you. If you don't master the fleet freedom first, then the fleet funding will destroy you. Capital without control creates collapse. If I gave you $100,000 in funding today without systems, you would just scale chaos. Funding multiplies structure. It also multiplies stupidity. That's why in my fleet formula, on day 1, I teach fleet freedom, how to generate consistent, steady profits. On day 2, I teach fleet funding, how to use that cash flow to unlock and access interest-free capital. Control first, capital second. Because acceleration without alignment causes accidents. If this is hitting you, drop the word systems in the comments, because I want to know who is serious about operating like a CEO instead of just a driver. And if you want to learn how to lock in profitable 150 to 200 mile metro lanes, how to reduce your deadhead, how to track total miles properly, how to calculate real cost per mile, and how to build banking relationships the right way, then I want you to join the next live Fleet Formula Bootcamp. This is not YouTube theory. This is implementation. The link is below. But understand something. Information doesn't change you. Execution does. Entropy destroys what is unmanaged. Momentum rewards what is structured. The market is not against you. Chaos is. And the owner-operators who survive the next decade will not be the strongest. They will be the most systemized. They will build structure, they will create control, then they will apply capital. This is how you stop surviving and start scaling. I'll see you in the bootcamp.